you change one little thing in episode 7 and all of a sudden you're going back to episode 2 and you're making a change. But luckily, fortunately, we wrote all of the episodes before we started shooting. So we were able to make sure that that we made those details line up because they matter.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm such a big fan of this show already. I have to, of course, start by asking, what was the inspiration behind the series?
The inspiration behind the series was a couple things. First, it was the genre, the murder mystery genre. Heidi and I have been friends for a decade, and this is actually the very first thing that we wrote together with the pilot of this show. And so we knew we wanted to work together, and so we were figuring, what is the right story for us to combine all the various things that we're interested in? Where does that Venn diagram line up? And it turned out to be a stylish murder mystery, in this case, with season 1 being set on a restored 1940s ocean liner that is sailing the Mediterranean.
Well, in a show like this that literally has details in the title, how often during the writing and filming process did you find yourself having to go back and make adjustments so that, nothing ended up kind of contradicting itself?
I mean, there are still some changes that I'd love to make right now.
Yeah. Definitely it helped guide everything that we did, from the writing to the production design, to the costumes, to the actors' performances, everything. Like, it was kind of like a, what do you call it?
A mantra?
Mantra,
yeah.
There we go. Mantra for our show. We went back all the time we had to kind of, it's like you change one little thing in episode 7 and all of a sudden you're going back to episode 2 and you're making a change. But fortunately, we wrote all of the episodes before we started shooting. So we were able to make sure that that we made those details line up because they matter.
And then you work with a production designer like James Silpott, or a costume designer like Mandy Line, and you work with this incredible group of actors. And even though the scripts are written, they're pointing out, this detail in this script actually could line up a little bit better. You're just constantly refining. And luckily, we worked with a massive team that cared as much about the detail as we did.
Well, I also have to tell you guys how much I love the opening credits for this show. Oh my goodness, I love the transitions. Did you talk with the editors and the artists about what you wanted to visually communicate about the story in that opening sequence?
Yeah, we worked with this company called Digital Kitchen that were just extraordinarily talented. And they built that whole thing, but they built it based on, we kind of let them in on some of the clues and twists and things for the series so that they could bury some fun little hints in our sequence. Because we thought one of the things we love so much about the murder mystery genre is the play along and the idea of as I'm reading or watching a murder mystery, I'm trying to figure it out all the time. So we wanted to make sure that we were playing fair with the audience and that we put details in there that our detectives at home could maybe play along with and help figure out the murder mystery.
Well, Mike, I saw that you have worked on shows like Chicago PD and The Mentalist that also rely really heavily on the, mystery aspect. Do you feel like that gave you a good foundation to cultivate a series like this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I worked with some of the most talented writers, I think, in town, and learned as much as I could from them. And you learn also on set and in the edit room, that clever twist is not as clever as I thought it was going to be. Maybe I should have set it up better in Act 1 to have it pay off better in Act 4. You learn 1,000 lessons, which, hopefully I brought to bear on the show.
Well, it looks like it is about time for me to wrap, but thank you guys so much for chatting with me. You were so lovely to speak with.
This is so nice. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a good one.